Hello, young friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Group Captain Srivastava. In my last video, I answered a few of my viewers' questions. Samiksha has asked me a few questions, and I tried to satisfy her curiosity through my answers. And this enthused many people to ask me a question. Frankly speaking, today's video, you might take it as a continuation of my effort to answer viewers' query. Before we come on to the video, I would like you to understand, friends, that psychological technique is the mother of all techniques. But very unfortunately, a lot of haze, a lot of misconceptions are prevailing about the psychological technique. However, to give you the authentic knowledge, and there are certain tests in the psychological technique, let us say TAT. About the TAT, lot of misconceptions are prevailing. Today, I'll take the questions of two of my viewers who will be appearing very shortly. Before that, I'd like to make an announcement. Who have joined me for the first time, let me give my very short introduction. I am Group Captain A.K. Srivastava, a retired education officer of the Indian Air Force, and I'm a postgraduate in psychology. I've got my super specialization from Interpersona London in DMT. I presently serve the young aspirants of SSB through two ways. First, through the online instructions, and second, through dossier assessment and counseling. You've got here the information about my YouTube handle. You'll find a lot of videos, and they will be giving you the authentic knowledge about the SSB and about the psychological technique. You can contact me for the online classes and dossier assessment and counseling sessions on the numbers and the contacts given here on this slide. Young friends, before I come to today's video and take the questions of two of my viewers, let me make an announcement. Allow me to share this information with you. That is, the first batch of July will commence on 4th and it will terminate on 12th of July. The registration for the batch is open. You can book your seat by paying just rupees 500 using the following link. You can take a screenshot of this page, take down the information here, and approach me for your seat booking. Coming to the two viewers, one of them is Shruti. She has approached me for dossier assessment, and during the process of feedback and counseling, she has expressed the, should I say, the desire to be clarified on many of the issues. So I thought that, well, Shruti should be there with her questions. And the second person whom I'm going to present today along with his queries is Sridhar Reddy from Hyderabad. Sridhar is quite an interactive viewer of my various channels. Individually, he has given me a number of, the suggestions, and sometimes he has asked a few questions which are pertinent. He has sent me a list of questions, a volley of questions, frankly speaking. So I thought it's better that Sridhar also should be available, and let me see how we can understand the the areas of interest and the queries of Shruti and Sridhar in a short while from now. The two viewers who have approached me with their questions, they are here. One is Shruti and second is Sridhar Reddy. I'll request both of these viewers to introduce themselves, and subsequently we will take their questions. Shruti, could you introduce yourself for the sake of the other viewers here?
Hello everyone, I'm Shruti, 22 years old and presently residing in Bengaluru, Karnataka. I'm preparing for my master's. and I hope you all are having a very pleasant day. I had contacted Sir for my dossier assessment for psychological testing as I saw some of his videos on YouTube, and now I have some few doubts to ask. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, Shruti, you are welcome. And
Thank you, sir.
I'll request Sridhar in case he could introduce himself and
Yes,
how
sir.
he is.
Hello.
And please tell the audience how have you approached me and what did you actually expect, from our interaction. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. I am Sridhar Reddy from Telangana. I have done my BTech in 2014 from mechanical stream. After that, I have been doing my own business. Now I am preparing for TA entry. After watching SAR videos on psychic test, I was very impressed because no channel has been provided on psychic test, especially. Maybe there are channels, but very short videos. But SAR videos are completely dedicated to psychic test. So
Okay.
after watching the videos, I approached SAR to resolve my doubts, and I joined in dossier assessment classes. And I have few questions to ask, sir.
Okay, so young friends, you can see two of very curious and very avid viewers are here. And I'll request Shruti, Shruti, in case you could list your questions out, and the same thing will be requested to Sridhar also. And we will try to accommodate the questions as many because they've got a list of questions. We'll see how many we can, we can accommodate. Young friends, let us see what Shruti has to ask us.
Sir, I have got a set of questions. So the first one is, when a TAT picture is shown and if a negative stimulus is shown, candidates deliberately try to weave a positive story out of it just because we have been told that our whole psych desire should have a lot of positivity included in it. So, how to go about that and what should be a good approach?
Okay. What about your next question?
So, next question is that when we are approaching SRT, any given SRT, there is I have seen that people say that you need to complete the whole SRT. For example, if it's given she is studying in the night and the power went off and it's raining heavily outside, so a very common response that I have noticed is she used emergency lights, candles, and she prepared well. She appeared in the exam
Hmm.
next morning and she passed with flying colors.
Mhm.
So the next question is, um, about a blank picture. We already have a preconceived story that we structure it just to write it directly in the blank picture. So, is it right or not?
Okay.
And next question is a follow up to the same question. What is the idea behind a blank picture and why is it shown after 12 consecutive pictures, after 11 consecutive pictures have been shown? What is the inference that the psychologist makes from that given picture?
Okay. And I expected 5 questions from you. What's
Sir,
your,
one more is there.
yeah, one more question. You can go ahead and let's see.
Sir, in all the TAT pictures, that are 12 pictures that are shown to us, is it important to perceive the main character of our gender only? Or is it okay if we perceive it from the opposite gender as well? So this was the last question, sir.
Okay, Shruti, as I can see, you have asked one question on SRT and remaining all the questions, they are on TAT,
Right,
right?
sir.
So we'll first deal with your question on SRT.
Okay.
And the question is that need to complete the whole SRT with
Yes, sir.
an example. You have obviously given an example that, well, uh, the situation in which the power went off and then you have written the response or somebody would give a response that, well, she studied in some alternative kind of a source of light and she will prepare, she will appear in the exam and she will pass in flying color.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is where I want you to understand what is the meaning of SRT. It is situation reaction test and not situation management test. One must understand that the reaction is short and it shows only the direction of your efforts. Reaction could be the pre-behavioral reactions, like sometimes a thought comes to our mind as a reaction to the situation, just a thought. Sometimes emotion comes. Let us take an example. He or she was going for a morning health run and saw a person being hit by a speeding vehicle. Imagine this situation. Now, what happens? Some people might only think, oh, what type of people they are getting a driving license today, or he is a reckless driver, he must be drunk. And they carry on. Their reaction is only at the thought level. There could be another set of reactions. People say, oh my God, this person is in a lot of pain. I can't stand the sight of blood, poor thing, suffering, reeling in pain. And that person could further turn the face and go away. But there could be a person who approaches the victim, makes that person sit up, brother, are you all right? Kahin aapko chot to nahi lagi? Immediately calls the ambulance, or maybe gives signal to a nearby the vehicle passing and says that, okay, my dear sir, please take this person to the hospital, he's injured. Remember here, some people can only think, some people can only show their emotions or have their emotional reaction, and some people, they, with the thoughts and emotions, they show the visible behavior as well. Thoughts and emotions, they are pre-motor and incomplete behavior, and they do not add anything further to neutralize or solve the situation.
Okay.
Now, your reaction has to be a behavioral, that means the action part, and it has to be in the direction of only the what must I say? It should be showing only a direction. Otherwise, now preparing, see, the light has gone. You have arranged another alternative source of light. That's there. After that, you prepared and you passed with flying colors. Passing with flying colors is the consequence of your reaction rather than your reaction itself. So please do not write the chain reaction. It becomes this situation management test. I hope I'm clear. So
Understood,
before I come to your questions on the TAT, do you have any other question on SRT, by the way?
Yes, sir. There is another notion that you should not attempt all the 60 SRTs, otherwise you will lose out on the quality. And
I
and
think it is just a misnomer. I got your point. It is merely a misnomer. Reaction is always short. And please remember the instructions given by the psychologist. What does he say? He says that you have tried to complete all or try to attempt to all the situations. When the psychologist says that you have to attempt to all the situations, there is no point in giving any heed to one such a person that you should not be completing, because you will be losing out on the quality. Quality means what? You will be writing the chain reactions. You will add extra details. It will not qualify to be called as the situation reaction test. Please understand.
okay. Sir.
In fact, in case you can go on my one of my videos here. Right now, the reference is not available to me, but you can see the title that SRT, the situation reaction or the situation management test. It is not the management test, it is a test of your reaction.
So one last question that I would like to ask regarding SRT.
Okay.
Is there an ideal response to a given SRT? As we go through a lot of books and PDFs, there are certain responses given, and then we think this is the only appropriate response to it. So when we are in the actual scenario, we resolve to the responses that we have read earlier. So I don't know if that is correct or not. How should we go about it?
Let me answer. These people, such a notion, I'm sorry to say, you might find me a little arrogant, but I'm so proud to be arrogant on this aspect. Actually, such people who spread these opinions, they are illiterate in psychology. Okay. What is the question? Psychology does not believe in finite responses. It is not mathematics. It is not chemistry that you have got only one or two ways to balance a reaction. You may note down what I want to say. In psychology, we believe in the principle of enormity of responses. The same situation can be done by enormous responses. And in fact, those people who have taken guidance from me, when I explain to them the principles of psychological testing, there my first thing to explain to them is there is no right answer, wrong answer, the answer, good answer, better answer, the best answer. Nothing. Psychology is believing in individual differences, individual perceptions, individual responses. In fact, I repeat, the same situation can be handled by n number of responses. So any person who says that what is the ideal response? No, there can be only a criterion. What should be the criterion? First thing is that whether your response, whether your reaction is in the direction of neutralizing the situation, solving the problem, addressing the issue. As long as it is addressing the issue, it is fine. And second thing is it presented well? The second part is the presentation, which is lesser important. Important is whether your response is well aligned with the issue or not. That's all about it. Now, if somebody says that this is the ideal way of doing that, I'm sorry, I will not be buying this argument. It is going against the basic principles of psychology. I hope you got the answer. Okay.
Very helpful, sir. That's
Okay.
it for SRTs.
Okay.